10-year impact video. I'm excited about this particular one. And also, we look forward to the keynote address from the one and only Jules Lynch. And we'll be catching up with the scholarship beneficiaries from SEGEI and also the Evolve Mentorship alumni. We'll be having a spoken word performance, and my personal favorite is a book launch, a surprise book launch, by the way. I am looking forward to this. And also, we're hearing more about the next 100 campaign and much more. I promise it's about to be another 2.5 hours of momentous celebration. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Look, keep writing your name on the comment section, please. I'll be reading some of this out just to know where you are joining us from. We're grateful to have you here today. Okay, we have Susan from Seattle. We're so proud of all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Then we have Ngozi Ede joining us from Maryland, USA. Thank you, Ngozi. Solomon Sampson joining us from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you, Solomon. We have Victor joining us from Abuja. Then Habiba Ghazali, I remember you. Oh my God, one of our surprise pop-in volunteer. She followed us for an outreach one day out of the blues. And thank you so much for being here, Habiba. Really excited to see you here. Peace joining from Abuja. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we'll be starting in a moment. And I promise we'll not be wasted. It will be fun and we'll have a lot of stories to share after this event. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. All right. To start things off, we'll be starting with our digital shoe wall. This is a Mentimeter link that will be shared on our screen, and we would like everyone to click on the screen and tell us one word describing a girl or woman who inspire you. You know that woman or a young girl you have in mind that, okay, this person genuinely inspires me. Just, you'll be using this link, just write one single word, a word that describes how this person inspires you. Can we get into that right now? We have just less than 2 minutes to do that. Is the link ready? Media team, is our link ready? Please drop this link in the chat box so everybody can have access to it and decide the word they find most inspiring about the woman or girl they know. Thank you once again for being here, our partners, our founders, our family, our friends. We have Florence Shedrack. She's joining from Abuja. Thank you, Florence. Thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Thank you. So is our link ready? I was talking about how today will be filled with a lot of stories, and I cited Habiba there and several other persons here that we have stories to tell, to share, and I'm really excited that we'll be getting into all of this within the next 2.5 hours. And also the EMP panel. I can't wait to hear what we've been up to, the beneficiaries sharing their life experiences as beneficiaries of the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Scholarship Program. These are real life impact stories, and we can't wait to explore all of it. So while we wait for the link, we're talking about SEGEI with the mission to ignite, nurture, and harness the potentials of girls and women. And I'm excited to say that SEGEI has been doing this in the last 10 years. I'm a huge witness because I've been a part of this story for at least 5 years after barely 2 years of inception. And I have my own stories to tell also. Interesting ones, I promise you. We have Chinoyerim from Canada. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. And for all our partners who are here, present or not present, thank you so much for making time to join us. We are celebrating a decade of dignity, of empowering girls and uplifting generations. So while we wait for our link to use a word to describe a woman or a young girl that inspires you, while we wait for that to get ready, just so that our time is not just going, we would like to introduce the founder so she can give her address. It's none other than the incredible Onini Ede Vincent. Okay, so please don't rush me. Let me talk about this woman, right?
Wait,
She's a
Linda,
Nigerian
sorry.
American.
Linda,
What?
sorry to
Yes.
interrupt because I really want to read what people write about a woman that inspires them before I give my speech. So if the
Okay.
Mentimeter is not working, can we use the
Yeah.
chat or even have people on mute? Sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. So the link is not available. Kindly just either you unmute or just go to the chat box and drop a word to describe the woman that inspires you. It might be a young girl, not even just a woman. Just one word, please, not a sentence. One word. Daring. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ngozi. Daring. Thank you. Determine. Thank you, Jules. Daring, determine, double D. So, can we have more? Okay. For me, I would say it's resilient. Can we have more, please?
Road feels long when the way keeps calling. I stand strong. No fear inside me, no step under. When the world needs someone, I am. I hear the silence breaking. I feel the pressure rise. Every doubt is shaking, but I won't hide. Through the fire, through the unknown.
Linda, are you back? I think we lost Linda. I don't see her on screen. Okay, while we wait to get Linda, welcome everyone. It's so good to see you on screen. I hope we'll see more faces. But please do share the word that defines or describes a woman you admire. And I actually want to ask a couple of people to just unmute and maybe tell us more about the word you put in the chat box while I give Linda a minute to join us. So please don't be shy. And I'm actually not feeling this energy, but I'm just waiting till when I give my address because the energy needs to get higher, a lot higher than it is right now. But I hope that one or two of you will help us get started with that. So who wants to tell us a bit more about the word you put in the chat box? All right.
Good
Okay.
morning. Can everybody hear me? Oh, good
Yes.
afternoon, good evening. You can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, hold on, I put my video on real quickly. Yeah, so the word I chose was, well, my name is Ngozi Ede. I am the founder's twin sister, for those who don't know. Whoo, yes. Yeah, so I chose Darren, and it's pretty much all of the women in my life, like in my, well, women I've gotten privileged to know, and especially my twin sister. They are women that pretty much they do what most people would not do, and they like, I mean, in terms of, yeah, their standards are also high, so it's sometimes kind of intimidating to like want to try certain things, knowing that, oh my goodness, this girl, like, I mean, the thing just it's just amazing, like the things. Well, speaking directly towards my, I mean, like in reference to my twin, it's just amazing seeing how much work she's done thus far and how much she's still doing, especially now as a mom and a wife. It's just amazing, like the things she tackles. So the word therein is just, yeah, it's just a word that really just came to my mind when I think about the women in my life that have, yeah, like what I admire about them and what I see, like, yeah, what they are, like just a word that describes them. So yeah, if that makes sense. Hopefully I was clear enough. Yeah.
Oh, let's give some hearts or a round of applause to Ungazi. Thank you for being the brave one to break the
Woo-hoo.
ice a bit. I didn't know she was going to talk about me, but oh, thank you, sis. Heart for you. Okay, who wants to go? One more person, and then we'll move right along with our agenda. Yes.
Onyinye,
Yes, Yewande,
can
we
you hear
can
me?
hear you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing
Good,
great.
good. I'm so glad to be here and celebrate you today. Sorry for my lateness, and I am in transition right now, so I'm not on screen. But I just want to say thank you for being courageous. That was my word. I guess it's very similar to daring, except I guess I think that courageous, the distinguishing factor would be that we not only do things that other people don't do, but we do them unapologetically and consistently in every walk of our lives. You know, as women, from the time we are girls, we are very often conditioned to be seen and not heard, and to stand in our truth in a perpetually patriarchal society, in spite of the fact that countries and spaces that are led by women outperform those led by men 20 times over around the world. It takes courage to very often stand alone, because sometimes there are so many of our sisters who are also not empowered. We have opportunity, but we don't yet understand our privilege to be bold and daring and courageous in every space that we occupy and stand
Mhm.
firm on that.
Wow. Powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yewande, for sharing. Yes, I love seeing the words that describe the women that we admire: bold, daring, courageous. Yes, in a world that teaches girls and women to be quiet, it's important for us to let our voices be heard because our voices are powerful, our voices are beautiful, our voices are strong. So thank you all so much. Well, I think I'll go ahead and maybe give my founder's address. I don't know if Queen is able to maybe step in for Linda. I know Linda wanted to do an intro, but I don't know if I need the intro. But Queen, I want to hand over to you. Is your network work fine now? Queen, Salome, Solomon, Tosin, can any of you step in?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My apologies to everyone. My network is terrible. I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing. But yeah, I'm happy to step in for Linda while she tries to rejoin. Um, sorry, give me a moment. Okay. So welcome everyone. I'm sorry you can't see me. I'll turn on my camera just for a little bit so that you can put a face to the name. I'm using my phone to join, so you might not be able to see the beautiful background Onyinye has behind her. But yeah, we would get right into it, network or not. So I'll turn off my camera now so that it won't affect my connection. So I'm incredibly excited and honored to introduce our keynote speaker and our founder, Onyinye Ede, although she has already stepped up to the mic. Onyinye is a Nigerian public health leader. She's a gender advocate, a development professional. She has over a decade of experience. Onyinye has worked across global health, policy advocacy, and youth empowerment. She has advised multilateral agencies, governments, and grassroots organizations. She is a former senior technical advisor on the USAID funded Propel Youth and Gender project. She has designed and led programs addressing sexual and gender-based violence, second chance education, youth responsive health systems, and policy advocacy across Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Ethiopia, Sierra Leone, Zambia, and other low and middle income countries. Wow, this bio is packed. She is the founder of Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative, a women-led and youth-focused nonprofit creating access to education, mentorship, and life skills for girls and young women in low-resource settings. She's also the lead strategist of the Adolescent and Youth Engagement Hub, also known as the IA Hub, a platform that is amplifying thought leadership and innovation on youth inclusion in development, particularly across Africa. Onye holds a Master of Public Health from the University of Washington, Seattle. She's a seasoned speaker. She's passionate about intergenerational collaboration and locally led development. As a 2016 to 2018 Fellow of the Institute of Current World Affairs, she researched and documented the lived experiences of women and girls impacted by harmful practices in Nigeria in a short documentary titled Because She Matters, which is also available on YouTube. Onye is a published author, and her debut book is a memoir in honor of a living father entitled Adanaya, Her Father's Daughter. And finally, she is happily married and has a handsome young son who I've been privileged to meet. So let's give it up for Onyinye as she takes the stage. Welcome, Mrs. O.
Thank you so much, Queen. I really appreciate the introduction. It's nice to be introduced. So thank you. Okay, I need some energy. So when I say SEGEI, you say 10. We have that? When I say SEGEI, you say 10. So everybody on mute for like 2 minutes. When I say SEGEI, you say 10. So are we ready? Okay. SEGEI.
10.
SEGEI.
10,
10,
10,
SEGEI.
10.
10.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, now I think we're awake. The energy is building. So thank you all so much for being here. It's my pleasure to welcome you to today's celebration. Good morning to those of us on this side of the world. Where I'm in Maryland, so it's 10:30 a.m. Good afternoon to those of you in the I think in at Nigeria, other parts of the world, or good evening as well. So I'm just greeting everyone wherever you are. So thank you, and thank you for spending your time with us. It's incredible to think that we've been doing this for 10 years. I think even saying it feels a bit surreal. I was like, wow, I feel old when I say 10 years. But SEGEI is like my first baby. And Queen mentioned in the introduction, I have a 19-month-old son. So SEGEI is way older than him. And I'm just so thankful for all that God has used this platform to do over the past decade. You know, when SEGEI started, it didn't feel like the beginning of an organization, really. It felt like a response. It was a very personal response to something that I had seen and I couldn't ignore. I was sitting down for lunch with adolescent girls in Kisumu, Kenya. Some of you might not know this story, but this is really how SEGEI became a thing. So I was sitting down with girls in Kisumu, Kenya, listening to their stories. I had actually traveled to Kenya to work on my master's thesis. But one of the Saturdays, my supervisor asked me to spend lunchtime with these girls. And as I heard these girls' stories, I remember thinking to myself, these were orphan girls. It was a group of 10 of them, and one of them had recently gotten pregnant and was on the verge of being kicked out of the orphanage. So I was brought in to kind of like give some inspiring words, motivate them, encourage them to do better with their lives and all of that. But as I listened to their stories, I kept thinking to myself that these girls are actually strong. They are capable, but why is it that their paths are so limited? And what is it that really distinguishes these girls from someone like me? So that question stayed with me. I didn't have a full plan. I didn't have funding. I just knew that I couldn't walk away from that moment with the girls. So I started small. I returned to the US and I started a letter writing initiative between friends and the girls. And these were just conversations, just words of encouragement, and really a sisterhood formed. So that was in 2012. Then in 2015, after working more closely with girls in Lagos, it became clear to me that this thing I was doing couldn't just stay as an informal thing. It needed structure, it needed consistency, and it needed to last, actually. So in 2016, thanks to the encouragement and really the faith of my friends and some strangers, SEGEI was formally registered as a nonprofit organization in Nigeria and the United States. So a round of applause for that, because I think it's definitely an honor to be registered, not just in one country, but across the world. So yeah, so that was in 2016. But when SEGEI was registered, something that still keeps me up at night till today is the fact that at that time, there were 10.5 million children in Nigeria who were out of school. And over 60% of that 10.5 million were girls who were out of school. And today in 2026, does anybody even want to tell me what the number is and how much progress we've made? Please put it in the chat. I will look forward to reading your response. But really, that number has barely shifted. It has barely shifted. Like I was Googling last night, and I mean, they're still saying 10.5. Some people are even estimating as much as 20 million children. So I don't want to believe that it has increased, because people like SEGEI, or organizations like SEGEI and others, have been doing this important work. But the reality really is that the situation is still very critical. And there's so much work that needs to be done to ensure that girls are not just enrolled in school, but that they're supported to stay, to learn, and to complete their education. I want to pause for a moment and just highlight an important aspect of SEGEI's story. And that is that SEGEI did not start because I had everything figured out. A lot of young people meet me at times and they're like, oh, Nini, I admire you. I want to start my own organization. And they never feel quite ready. But I always tell them that you have to start from where you are. I didn't have everything figured out. But SEGEI started because people like you all believed in the vision even before there was proof. And I am always and eternally grateful for that belief in this vision. So I want to say to those early believers, to my friends, my family, and even strangers who gave financially, who provided advice, and who supported me to register SEGEI, and also people who helped us raise our first funds for our school supplies drive. I want to say a big thank you. You didn't just support an idea back then, you helped bring a vision, a passion to life. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. Many of you are on here. I can name names like Susan, Michelle. I mean, I don't want to name and then forget some people, Kingsley, so my sister Ngozi. So many of you were there from the beginning. And even year one day we go far back. So I just want to say thank you all for believing in this and investing in the vision over the years. And I also want to highlight AIDS Healthcare Foundation. So AIDS Healthcare Foundation, they gave us our first grant of $4,000 back in 2017. So I don't know if Mr. Steve is here or Kemi, but I just want to acknowledge AIDS Healthcare Foundation and say thank you for trusting us with our very first grant. That moment was really a turning point for us. It not only told us that we're not alone, but it also let us know that this work is worth investing in. So thank you to AIDS Healthcare Foundation. And of course, I cannot leave my family and my husband out of my gratitude. To my Buski, as I like to call him, my Buski Lala, my husband, to my sisters, my twin sister and my elder sister, to my parents, they have been my anchor. You guys have been my anchor through every season, through the winds, through the uncertainty, and the moments when the rug was literally pulled from under our feet. My family has been there. So I just want to say thank you. Also to my board members, to the staff, the volunteers. I mean, Linda is one of our foremost volunteers, and see where she is today. I just want to say thank you. You all are the reason that this work keeps moving. You've taken this vision and turned it into real and tangible impact. So today I just want to especially honor all of you, and I say thank you truly from the bottom of my heart. So thank you all. Please give a heart emoji, give a round of applause. I'll be wrapping up shortly, but there are just some things that need to be said and some gratitude that needs to be given. So thank you all. I really, really do appreciate your support over the years. So over the past 10 years, we've done a lot at SEGEI. We've supported girls to go back to school. We've also built the Evolve Mentorship Program. We've trained young people. We've shown up in communities, very remote communities. Linda will tell you stories of climbing on bikes and just trekking for hours just to get to a community. So we've shown up in these places. We've also shown up in classrooms as well as global spaces. But if I'm being honest, the most important thing that we have done hasn't been the programs. It's really been the people, the girls, the women, the communities that have been impacted. So for example, it's girls like Titi. I think you'll get to hear from Titi today. Titi went from being out of school to today sitting in a university classroom studying banking and finance. It's women like Queen. You saw her earlier, you heard her voice. Queen came to SEGEI searching for direction, and she is now the executive director of this organization. It's stories of people like Akatu, volunteers like him who found purpose or who have found their purpose through serving with SEGEI. And lastly, just to name a few, it's people like Jane. Jane, I believe you also hear her give a spoken word. Jane almost dropped out of school. Jane is from Zambia. She almost dropped out of school, but today she is completing her master's degree. So now that's the impact that we are here to celebrate, not just all the activities we've been doing, but really real life stories of people's lives being transformed for the better. So I want us to keep this in mind as we celebrate. that we've done a lot, but we're just getting started. Maybe you can think of this as like SEGEI 1.0. So we have 10 more years ahead of us. We have 50 more years, 60 more years, however many you can count. But the next years will require more from us. Personally, I'm committing on behalf of the organization that we will support at least 10,000 more girls to attend and complete school by 2036. Yes, I know that is ambitious, but yes, we can. Yes, we can. And we will with your support. And hopefully all things going well, we will ensure that we make a dent in that 10.5 million children who are out of school. And so for me, the next level, what success would look like, it looks like girls really who don't have to be convinced that they are worthy because the environment and the systems around them will reflect that truth. I need all girls to know that their voices matter and they are worthy. So yes, I am still dreaming. We are all still dreaming, and we are daring to build something that goes beyond what we've ever seen done before. I even like to think of my role model, Oprah Winfrey, and I feel like I'm daring to even push beyond the impact that she has had. She has done some incredible work advancing girls' education, but I would love to do more because it's not because I want to compare myself to her, but because it's out of conviction. This work, there's still a lot to be done, and the work is too great for us to just be thinking small. So yes to 10,000 more girls, yes to the next 10 years. So I invite you all, as you spend your time with us today, just reflect on the impact, reflect on what is still to come, and also reconnect. Some of us have lost a touch with our purpose because of all that's happened in the past year. But I hope today helps you reconnect to that passion, to that fire, and then make a recommitment to the work ahead because we're still here for the long run. So I just invite you to join us as we reflect, as we reconnect, and as we recommit to the work ahead. So as I wrap up, thank you for being part of this journey with us. Whether today is your first time meeting us or you've been here with us from the beginning, I'm welcoming you and I thank you. So as we look ahead, I know there's a video that you're all going to watch next. It's going to just highlight some of our impacts. And then after the video, I'm very honored to invite our keynote speaker who will guide us forward. She's going to tell us about how do we sustain the momentum and move through the next 10 years. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. O. That was incredible listening to you share all of that. And much as for a lot of people here, this all is new, listening to you to share all of that. This is your moment also, and I want to talk about the incredible leader you are. If your team have been able to achieve all of this, it's because of the kind of leadership you provide and you stay. And I'm grateful to you because as an individual, I learned from you to just always share opportunities with young people that will help them excel. I currently sit as the network representative of the IBAS Frederick Stiftung Open Mind Young Voices Youth Network. I ran last year, I won. I ran this year again and I won as the president. And that's because of you. And I'm grateful. In 2018, you were the first person to share that opportunity for the for the fellowship on the group, and you encouraged Rachel and I to apply. And ever since then, every year after myself, I always ensure one young person around me, I review their scholarship application, their fellowship application, just so that they can go in also and build their capacity. And it's just testament to what I learned from you. Thank you for always pushing the young women you work with, pushing them forward and making sure they grow. And I'm grateful to you for your leadership that allows creativity. You don't stifle. You always keep asking, think about it. What do you want to do? That way you allow us to get creative and come up with these incredible ideas. In my life, it's still speaking today. Any space I am, I think out of the box, and it's because of you. I just want to say thank you and talk about this out loud here. Thank you. At this point, like you said just now, we'll be going to the SEGEI 10-year impact video. I will also be spotlighting our partners. Thank you. Media, over to you.
Dear Onye and the entire SEGEI family, congratulations on 10 incredible years of impact. SEGEI has not only amplified the voices of girls, but has also created safe spaces where confidence and leadership are built and dreams are validated. That is not just powerful, Onye, that is transformative. As an organization committed to empowering women and girls, Glamody has enjoyed a deep valued partnership with SEGEI. Together, we have reached communities, strengthened young women, and shown that real empowerment happens when we work together and not in competition. Over the years, I've watched SEGEI grow in clarity, credibility, and courage. And what stands out for me most is the consistency, Onyinye. Your commitment to always show up for girls. And as you step into your next decade, my encouragement is simple. Dream bigger, influence policy, expand your reach, and keep raising girls who they are truly strong enough. And from me and the entire Glamody team, your best is still ahead. Congratulations.
Congratulations, SEGEI Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative. Congratulations, my sister, my friend, Onyinye Ede Vincent. Thank you for being such a passionate, visionary founder of SEGEI. Congratulations to you, Queen, the executive director, and every member, every staff of SEGEI. Where did the 10 years go from coming and joining SWAG in Zaria 10 years ago to launch your scholarship program, to us working on impactful, powerful, mind-blowing initiatives such as the GAGE Project, the Girl Advocate for Gender Equality. We're truly, truly thankful for your existence in Nigeria and across the board. You've been a sister organization in every way. Thank you for your partnership through the year. Thank you for the thoughtfulness that you put into building the next generation of strong enough women, for the mentorship, which I really love, for also being that grassroots voice, for making sure that girls at very rural community are able to get education.
My name is Queen Uberu. I am the Executive Director of Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative. Wow, that's really unreal for me to say, because I joined this team in 2020 as a volunteer, and I became a full team member in 2021. So personally, I would say SEGEI has been a place of incredible growth for me. When you become a SEGEI team member, you quickly come to realize that your voice actually matters, because your opinion is valued and your ideas are taken into consideration. And I think one other beautiful thing I've noticed is just the mutual respect among team members. So it's been really wonderful being a part of this team.
SEGEI's impact on girls, empowerment of girls, it's innumerable, and I'm excited to have been part of that process. The constant sensitizations, the mentorship sessions to underserved communities, hard to reach remote communities. We were on bikes. Oh my God, there was one time we went and we didn't know it was election season, and we almost got beaten up, and they thought we came for an electoral campaign or whatever. We're like, no, please, we came to provide sensitization. Now we can laugh about it. Oh my God, it's been such a journey. Reaching the hard to SEGEI. One thing I really love about SEGEI, going to the hard to reach communities where people really don't want to go there. SEGEI goes there. I'm grateful for our partners like UNESCO, AHF. We got to work with Education as a Vaccine, even SWAG also, Stand With a Girl Initiative, and many other partners we got to engage with in the course of my time with SEGEI. I'm really excited that we are celebrating this milestone today.
Hello everyone, my name is Akatu and I'm a volunteer with Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative, SEGEI. I've been with SEGEI since 2021, about 5 years with SEGEI. At SEGEI, I've had a very beautiful journey so far, very wholesome, very fun-filled experience. There's never a day I've sat and regretted joining SEGEI. One of the beautiful things I love about SEGEI is how everyone and everything is so synergized. At SEGEI, there's no discrimination of any kind, no preferential treatment with anybody. If you're in a SEGEI meeting and you're a stranger, you won't even be able to tell who the director is or who the team lead is or who the volunteer is, because everyone works so well and everyone aligns so well. It's a very peaceful, non-toxic environment to be in, and I'm super grateful for that.
Good morning, all SEGEI members. Happy, glorious 10th anniversary. My name is Ibiba Ede, the mother of the founder of SEGEI. I'm also a board member of SEGEI. I'm happy and glad for the opportunity given to us to serve in the humanity of children, the girls' child, and the less privileged ladies. Thank you all for doing a good job. Our God is faithful for us to see a glorious year like this, the 10th anniversary of SEGEI International. May God be the glory. As a board member, I've been able to advise and encourage the team for the educational upliftment of the girl child and the less privileged. And we can see and hear the positive results of what we have been doing. We thank God for the testimony. Most women and girls have been happy through this organization. We thank God because it is well with us. God has been so faithful. And I say once again, happy 10th anniversary for the job we are doing for the humanity, for our society, for our community. We thank God. God has been so faithful. But I believe that this year, making us 10th anniversary, we're going to do more upliftment, more grace, and more sounding testimonies. To God be the glory. Once again, happy 10th anniversary. SEGEI on top.
My name is Rukaya Ololade Ogunleye. I am based in Lagos, Nigeria. I was a scholar of Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative, SEGEI, from 2018 to 2022, where I was sponsored through school. My education was sponsored. I got to attend conferences, related to my field, and I also was sponsored to participate in the Evolve Mentorship Program 2021 Cohort 11, if I remember well. It's been beautiful, and when I get to tell my story, there is no way I would tell my story without mentioning SEGEI and how much impact they made in my life.
Happy 10th birthday, SEGEI. Wow, I can't believe you guys returned already. Well, I'm not surprised, I should say that, because its founder, being my twin sister, is an amazing woman herself. She's definitely a true example of a strong enough woman, because the things she does sometimes just amazes me. That girl does a lot. And when I say a lot, she does like transformative work a lot. Like not just any kind of work, she changes lives for the better. And I am appreciative of her, and I'm thankful that she's my sister. With that being said, I would not say too much because I'm sure the video is not supposed to be too lengthy. But yeah, I just want to wish SEGEI all the best. I mean, this is a wonderful organization. I would not think of a more better organization to support. because SEGEI is not only transforming lives in Nigeria, which is where the organization is established. It's actually transforming lives of women and girls globally.
Hi, my name is Ify Azie, and I think I was in cohort 6 or 4 of the Evolve Mentorship Program, and honestly, it's been maybe 5-6 years since the program, and I would say honestly the program skyrocketed my performance or my impact in life. I learned a lot, and not just did I learn a lot, I got connected with people who definitely changed the trajectory of my life. I remember still making my first video during one of the assignments at the Evolve Mentorship Program, and I was so shy, but today I can make so many videos and I don't feel any shyness at all.
Hello everyone, my name is Jen Chisenga and I'm from Zambia. I joined the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative in the year 2020 when I was 19 and still in university. Before I had met the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative scholarship program, or rather before I was introduced to the program, I had faced a lot of challenges in university or in my education. I come from a very humble background with a lot of financial constraints, which made it very hard for me to cope in university because I was not able to feed myself, to find myself accommodation, or to even pay for my tuition fees. But when the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative was introduced in my life, they were a huge game changer because at that point I was able to pay for my school fees with their help, find myself accommodation, and I was able to feed during my time in university. They greatly contributed to my education.
Thank you, everyone. That was heartwarming, listening to everyone share about their experience, either as beneficiaries or funders or partners with the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative. Stories don't lie, right? So now we'll be having our keynote address on the theme Sustaining the Momentum of Girls and Women. And this will be from the incredible Jules Lynch. She is the founder and CEO of Global Girls Project, a globally recognized organization dedicated to mobilizing marginalized girls from the global majority to become leaders of change in their own communities. With over 25 years of experience as a community social worker and therapist across Canada, Great Britain, and the United States, Jules brings expertise in community development, leadership, and gender equity. Based in the United Kingdom, she leads the design and delivery of global girls projects, innovative leadership programs, working in close partnership with local organizations and schools worldwide. Under her leadership, thousands of girls have built confidence, developed leadership skills, and lead community action on issues that affect their lives. Jules is a passionate and engaging speaker known for her ability to connect with audiences in a meaningful and inspiring way. She speaks widely on girls' leadership, decolonial approaches to development, and building feminist organizations, with her thought leadership featured in publications including The Guardian, Charity Times, and The Statesman. Over to you, ma'am. With a round of applause from everyone, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. Hello, everybody. My name is Jules Lynch. I am sitting in my home right now in the United Kingdom. Sad that I'm not able to be with everybody in Abuja, but happy that I can join you virtually. Firstly, I just want to say a huge congratulations to SEGEI and to Onyinye and to Queen and to Tosin and everybody who's just doing all of this hard work. Dedication was the word that kept coming to mind, and determination. The word that I put in there was determination. You have to be the most determined person in each room. And it sounds like, this is something that is very clear when talking about the work of SEGEI. So I'm just really, grateful to be here, and huge congratulations on your 10 years. I don't know if I'm going to have any answers in terms of, how do we sustain the work that we're doing. I think that's something that we need to continue to talk about together, and I know somebody had mentioned sort of the power of partnership and the power of collaboration. And I believe intrinsically in using collaboration and knowledge sharing to be able to sustain the momentum that organizations like SEGEI or Global Girl Project are creating around the world. So let me get started. So, I think that when I think actually you guys approached me back a couple of years ago and said, you know what, we would love to talk more about partnership. And, we do have a number of organizations that reach out to us and want to partner, but there was something about the way you described your work that just, pulled me in. And I, from the beginning, was really, really just interested to learn more about the way that you're working and why that you're working, in this way with girls and with young women. And I felt that we were very aligned. Onyinye, you said that you started SEGEI from really not from a place of starting an organization, but from a place of seeing something that you needed to change. And that was something I've really connected with, because Global Girl Project as well, didn't start out as an organization. I started Global Girl Project because I saw that something needed to change and wanted to see what I could do to address this change. So for us, when we first met and talked about your work, I felt quite a synergy and alignment with the work that you're doing. And I think that one of the pieces that really stood out to me as well is that at Global Girl Project, we believe very, very intrinsically that girls are not beneficiaries, that they are not here for us to provide services to, that they are leaders themselves, and that they are leading their lives and the way that they want things to change and be in their communities. And that was something that I really connected with as well. And I think that sort of that piece of being able to train girls either through your mentorship program or supporting them being in school, and then obviously through our leadership program, there's that piece around mobilizing them to shape their own communities, and not just be sort of passive recipients or beneficiaries to the work. And that's really, really important. And so that was why sort of we said yes back in 2024. And I'm really grateful for this partnership. I really enjoy hearing about and seeing the impact that the girls are creating through each cohort that we run, and just excited for how we continue to move forward. You can go to, you're doing great with the slides, by the way. You can go to the next slide. So one of the things, yeah, that's perfect. One of the things that, I think we always have to think about as leaders and people who are mobilizing and training the next group of leaders is that, how do we make shifts? How do we shift from problems to power, not just solutions, but to power? How do we shift from the idea of girls just participating in what somebody else offers to girls actually creating what it is that they want and leading in that space? And from being just heard, which is important. Voice, obviously, is a huge piece of the work that Global Girl Project does with our partners, but to being able to take action. So not just sort of speaking and being heard, but also then what do you want to do with that? How do you want to create change, and how do you step into a leadership role? And then I think, there's a big piece that there's assumptions that are often made about girls globally in different parts of the world, is that, that girls are not leading. And what we see through the work with SEGEI, or we see with our other partners, is that girls are very much leading already, but they just need to have a safe space to be able to do so. So our role as women and adults in the communities is to be able to create safe spaces where girls can step into their leadership potential and be able to create the change that they're wanting to see. Let's move to the next slide if we can. So I'm just aware of time, so I'm going to move ahead quickly. So, Global Girl Project started, we're only a year older than you, so we're basically 10 as well, right? And I started Global Girl Project similarly from a place of wanting to do things differently. I was living in the US at the time. I saw that there was many opportunities for leadership training for girls in the United States, for girls in Canada. I'm originally from Canada. On a global scale, but there didn't seem to be that same opportunity being given to girls who were living in the global majority, in places like Nigeria, or Uganda, or Haiti, or Nepal. And I couldn't understand why, but I started from a place of one girl. I started with an exchange program in 2014, with one girl from Brazil. And then the next year we moved to work with 3 girls. And the next year we moved to work with 5 girls. And slowly, we built up over time. But I think that Onyinye was saying that, you are never going to have all the answers. And for me, that was very true. I didn't know where we were going. And if you had said to me 10 years ago that we would be running an international organization and we'd be working in Nigeria, I would have been completely shocked, and I probably wouldn't have believed you. So I think that's an important piece to also know, is that you will never have all the answers. Somebody told me before I even started Global Girl Project, is that you're never going to see the whole path, right? You just need to see the one stepping stone in front of you. And so that has been, very much true with Global Girl Project. We are still very young, even though, 10, we have some years under our belt and some experience and some knowledge, but we are also very young. But we're now working with thousands of girls throughout the global majority. We're working in places, as I said, like Haiti and Bolivia, and obviously Nigeria and Uganda and South Africa and Nepal, and we've been in Cambodia, and India. And we're now a global movement of girls and young women and organizations and facilitators that are doing leadership work and development work from a decolonial feminist space. If we can move to the next slide. So this is just a slide of our various locations of where we are, where we have been. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. I don't know who's doing the slides. I want to thank you. I don't know who's in charge of the slides, but you're doing a great job. So, how do we do our work differently? I love this picture because I've got the girls in their Global Girl Project shirts. They make these shirts themselves. We certainly don't make this. This is partners in Uganda, Soccer Without Borders. So it's just really, and I saw Queen, I saw you had Global Girl Project on your shirt as well. It's just really powerful to be able to see our work spreading around the world. So, how do we do it differently? We form partnerships. So, we form partnerships with organizations, like SEGEI, that are already doing really, really important work with teenage girls, or already might be doing work around education, access to education, sexual reproductive health, many different issues. And we come in as 50-50 partners to bring an additional dimension to the work that you're doing. Our partnership is at the center of all of our work. We feel like we are a network holder and builder as opposed to sort of a central location. And we're really invested in the sharing of power, the sharing of knowledge. I mean, when I started Global Girl Project, I started it from this idea that, we are much, much more powerful if we work together. And, not just working together within countries, but working together globally, working, with people who are in similar situations as us, to be able to get stronger and to share power and to share ideas. And so, that is the work that we're doing at Global Girl Project. All of our work is delivered locally by local facilitators, local women. It's delivered in local languages and within local contexts, but also then provides opportunities for the girls to be able to connect with each other across the world, because I really feel intrinsically that if we can realize that we are not alone, and that there's other people in other parts of the world that are experiencing the same things as us, that want the same things as us, then we will feel more connected, we will feel seen, and we'll be able to connect to our own power and voice. So, how we look forward to the next 10 years, I really feel like we need to invest more and more in leadership opportunities, not just programming, but leadership opportunities for girls and young women to be able to step up into positions of power, positions of voice and choice, and be able to lead and be a part of the decision making that needs to be happening within communities. I think that we need to shift how we fund work. So much of the funding that happens globally with regards to girls is focused on funding issues and not funding power, right? It's focused on funding specific topics, but it's not focused on funding leadership. And I feel like that's a really, really important piece of work that we need to do so that we can build long-term solutions, and to be able to build global networks like we are building at Global Girl Project, where we can all work together to be able to mobilize the next generation, so that when we're old and we're sitting in our in our home and are just trying to rest and take care of ourselves, that we have the next generation of young women who are out there leading, using their voice to stand up against what they think is unjust and taking action to create the change that they want to see, in their own communities, locally, and around the world. So if we can just move to the next slide. There we go. So I think, this is the piece that I know that many of us here are already investing in, we already know. But, I believe very, very deeply that every girl can lead. We just need to work with them to redefine what leadership means. It doesn't mean that you have to run your own organization. It doesn't mean that you have to sit in office somewhere as a politician. It means that every day things that you do and the way that you live your life and the way that you treat people, that is leadership. And that every girl has that potential, and that we need to invest in that, both financially, but in terms of our time and our expertise and the sharing and opening up of spaces so that girls can come together across the world and lead and create the change that they want to see. Thank you.
Wow. So I'm stepping back in for Linda. My name is Queen once again. I'll turn on my camera and hope to God that the network cooperates. So thank you so much, Jules.
Thank you, Queen.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the incredible partnership. Jules and Global Girl Project has shown us what can happen when girls have access to leadership skills training. So I think within the space of 1 year and some months, we've implemented the Global Girl Project in Nigeria in partnership with Jules and her organization, and over 70 girls have gone through this program. And let me just say, it's been I think the word I used to describe it is transformative, because you see these girls come in shy, timid, and they can't even communicate with themselves and even with others. But within 12 weeks or even less, these girls are championing causes in their communities. It's usually mind blowing. They organize, let me tell you, they organize a project by themselves. Like, nothing gives them supervision, but they plan, they write letters to their community leaders, they write to people, that decision makers that need to be there. They speak in fact, they are the MCs of their events. It's always amazing. So when Jules say when girls have access to leadership, they can change the world, I totally believe it. I believe because there's evidence that these things can happen. So thank you so much, Jules. This was supposed to be a huge ball in Abuja, but we are still excited that we get to do this virtually.
I know. I
So
wish
excited.
I haven't been to Nigeria yet. I was like so excited to
I'm
be
sure
able
we
to come.
do this. We can do it in the nearest future. But thank you so much for being our keynote speaker. And such an amazing. I think sometimes we hear you don't have to start with everything, and it's such a cliche sometimes, but it's actually true. I think it's one of these cliches that are true. I went to an event yesterday. It's also like a 10th anniversary of our sister organization, Swag. Hey, Swag, if you're here. And the founder said exactly the same thing. She didn't have it all figured out, but 10 years later, they've touched over 2 million lives. It's incredible. Same thing Jules is doing, same thing Olivier has done, and I hope, if we never take anything away from this program today, I hope you take away the fact that you don't have to have it all figured out to launch into that idea that you have. So I don't know, Linda, are you back? If not, I'll just quickly introduce our next session. So
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, okay, over to you, Linda.
Thank you. Yes, I enjoyed the speech as much as the network was quite intolerant, but amazing things do happen really when we emphasize on building girls for leadership positions. They transform, they just come back roaring, and it's always incredible to witness that. And I'm grateful for the great work that Strong Enough Girls is doing, and the project with the Girl Up also. I am looking forward to reading more about that and the exploits to come. All right, so talking about the exploit of our girls, very quickly, I think before she comes up, we would like to take a group photograph so don't miss out on anyone who is here now. Before Jane comes up, kindly put on your videos, everyone, so we can take a quick group photo. Can we all do that? Who will be taking this? Is it Mrs. O or Queen?
Mrs. O is taking this. Network has been kicking me today.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys will start paying for my services. Hi, Susan. Good to see your face. All right. All right, are we
Apologies,
ready?
guys.
Are we ready?
Reading.
Are you in the perfect light condition where you are? Like it has to be the best lighting area where you are, because this picture might make it to who do we want this picture to get to? Yeah, we have to be careful. Maybe Melinda Gates. She has some money. She has some money. Okay, anyway. Are we ready? Okay, everybody. In 3, 2, 1, say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, we're gonna do another one. In 3, so this time we're gonna say SEGEI at 10. Okay? So
Okay.
3, 2, 1. SEGEI
SEGEI
at
at
10.
10.
All right, wait, one more. For those that didn't turn on their cameras. All right, I think I have it. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much, Jules. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. Up next, we'll be having a spoken word performance from none other than Jane Chisenga. She's a SEGA Scholarship Program alumni, and she'll be delivering an original spoken word piece. And over to you, Jane. Jane, are you ready?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Jane, we can hear you.
I hope everyone is doing fine. So I must make mention that Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative is the one that made it possible for me to even write down this poem. They inspired the poem, they made it possible for me to even write it. So I dedicate it to every woman and girl out there who still rising even through difficulties. So the spoken words I'm doing, the title is Still She Rises. So I would like you to listen attentively because I'm speaking to you as a woman or as a girl. Yes. Okay. Has not the sun and the moon in their romantic tango given us a girl child? Her whose birth was long foretold and sung by the birds of challenges long before her four parents had the umbilical cord cut. That is a woman who has kept on rising after a storm of fear, finance of betrayal, thorns of sadness, volcano of rejection and molestation, but still she rises. Just like the virgin morning rays of the open savannah sprayed so fast past the glazing sunshine, she receives joy because joy comes in the morning. The golden thing about life is the strength of life, which is hope. The river cuts through the rock not because of its power, but persistence and hope. Every king was once a crybaby, and every great building was once a map. But because of hope and its taste of time, it all happens there, kings and great buildings. Yes, she rises. The radiance of her face that can still cover 2/3 of the sun, her strong will and handfast blossoms into maturity like that of a fig tree. She rises again because even nature favors her. Yes, nature vows to love her in all places. Yes, nature vows to love her in all cases and blesses her with armor and favor that gives her the incredible bravado to rise again. Still, she rises regardless of the rep. Still, she rises despite the killing field she treks. Still, she rises despite being orphaned before she saw the sun. Yes, still, she rises despite being rejected after being molested. She blossoms and sigh with no longer broken wings, so she aims to fly. She rises again with gain after pain, success after failure, optimistic after pessimistic, merriment after serious trials. And after all this that was lost, she gladdens her soul. Yes, she revamps herself and still she rises. Rise, Go and get that dream. Yes, dream on. Rise up that we can say, still she rises. Thank you very much. Please and listening.
Thank you, Jane, for that incredible piece. And
Oop,
yes,
oop. Finger snap, finger snap.
uh, girls are actually amazing at rising, and it's always incredible. Queen was sharing earlier how we come across our dearest girls, and they are so quiet, shy, and because, of course, after growing up in a culture of silence, where boys speak and girls are not exactly allowed to express themselves, and here you are telling them that they are allowed to speak up. And they look at you quite unsure, but then you take the lead and you show them how. You teach them the speaking skills, leadership skills, talk about self-confidence skills, and relationship, communication skills, and then they start to soar. And it's always amazing. And you can't stop them anymore. You can't stop them anymore. I was talking about how for strong enough girls are there. They tell the real life stories, right? Strong enough girls go to the hard to reach places, and we meet with incredible girls who, even in this space they are with all the oppression and systematic challenges they face, the moment you just give them that lifeline, either of a life skill development or even access to scholarship, they grab it and they grab it and they just hold on and you just get lifted, and it's always incredible to see. And that's why we're excited to do the work that we do. um the next on our list, Queen. Thank you, Jane, for that incredible piece, and we are here to meet you in Nigeria. You're representing Zambia, and I'm glad that we are connected. Some of the struggles are quite similar, and while some, I can say, contextual based on the society, but at the end of the day, they are all struggles that girls in different regions can relate with. And I'm grateful to Strong Enough Girls for making you sit here today and share this piece with us all the way from Zambia. We are grateful to have you, Jane. Thank you. Thank you for the gift of you. We appreciate you. All right, Queen, who is coming up next, please?
First of all, I want to confirm that our second MC is online. Mercy, are you here? But while Mercy gets ready to take over, I would. The next thing on our agenda is goodwill messages, and we still have a lot. Like we still have a full packed program for you. We have panel sessions. We have the Daughters of Vision session. We're going to hear from the real daughters of SEGEI. We also have a surprise for you. Of course, there's no SEGEI program without a good surprise. So now I would hand it over to our media for the goodwill messages from some of our launch partners. Mrs. O?
All right, just give us a second. The video will be up shortly.
Thank you.
MPUE is a student-led group to help women all across the world gain access to education and feel empowered.
We fundraise for the program Strong Enough Girls does, our mentorship, and for a roof for a school that some of the girls attended. We exchanged letters. We hosted in-person sharing by Onyenye, founder of Strong Enough Girls. Let's see how our members felt about writing those letters.
And I think it's super nice to be able to connect with those people and again support them and be there for them and like share our experiences, find similarities and differences between our lives, and just like grow a bond with people who maybe have different experiences than people like in the community.
It's nice sometimes to get a letter from someone because it kind of feels like you're like being heard, and it's like fun to like have like something show up in your mailbox that's like to you, because it feels really special and personalized, and I think that's what I'm really getting out of these letters.
I think it's fun that I can just like have a one-on-one connection with someone like that.
It feels good knowing that I'm making someone's life happier.
And it was really meaningful for us to be able to communicate with our pen pal friends in Nigeria, and we learned as much from them as they learned from us.
I really hope that like I actually do make an impact, because I know that sometimes like what we do can like be a little small amounts here and there, but I hope that like throughout that process we make a bigger impact and like a ripple effect, so the people we help can help other people with the education they get, with the money they get, and they're able to do more things with their life.
And help raise awareness and inspire more people, because the more people fighting for us, the better, because more likely to get what we want.
Just especially reaching out, like right now we're writing letters and reaching out to girls and letting them know that there are people on the other side of the world like thinking of them and supporting them and like encouraging them and wanting them to have a good life in the future and now.
I appreciate the partnership with Strong Enough Girls, and I know that we as a community have learned so much from you, and we just really appreciate how much like we've gotten to interact and like write letters, and I think that everybody here is really grateful for everything you've done for us.
As an 8th grader, I hope that in the future when I come back to visit STS, MPUE Strong Enough Girls will still have this beautiful partnership that we've developed, and we'll be celebrating Strong Enough Girls' 20th anniversary together. We really appreciate all of your hard work, Strong Enough Girls. Happy 10th anniversary!
Oh, wasn't that like one of the sweetest things you've seen today? Special thanks to our MPUE girls. I know their coordinator is online. I see her name. Wendy, I don't know if you have a chance to speak to us, but I just wanted to interject and just say a special thanks. I mean, even my mentor who's online, Susan, maybe I should let Susan speak about the beginning of this partnership with the Seattle Girls School. I mean, I think of it and it's been like since the beginning of SEGEI, really. I think it's been about 10 years. But I want to give the floor to Susan and maybe Wendy. Any of you can take the stage, but we'll love to hear something from both of you. Okay, I think Wendy is ready.
I'll just, I can't put my camera right now. I'm in the car, but I just want to say how truly inspiring the work you all do is, and that it's so important that students feel connected out of their tiny universe here, and that spoken word piece, I'm just was blown away, and that says it all. And that strength, really, I feel like my students gain more from the model of you than the other way around. So just keep doing the work you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. And thank you for getting up early to join us today. Thank you so much. Susan?
I won't use my video either, but I just want to say as an example, I took Onyinye when she was a grad student to a Seattle Girls School luncheon. And that's all it took. So I want to inspire people to do what you think might be a little thing. Onyinye then continued to work with Wendy, and I think they had originally pen pals or something, and then it just grew and grew. And every time Onyinye came back to Seattle, she would do something with the Seattle Girls School. And one time she came and gave a talk to the seventh graders, and I got my wish. I got to sit in the seventh grade class and be a middle schooler at SGS. So I'm really proud of Onyinye. I'm really proud of SGS, and I'm really thrilled that Wendy has made such a great impression on all her students and SEGEI. So thank you, and I love you, Onyinye.
Love you too, Susan. Thank you so much for being here with us all the way from Seattle, where it's like 7 a.m. right now. Oh, well, 8. Okay. Okay, over to back to our MCs. I think Mercy, it's over to you. I know we will continue with the goodwill messages, but Mercy, I want you to take your spot. Or Linda?
Okay. All right. Before we proceed, I would like us to give a shout out to our partners through the years. I mean, it's been 10 incredible years, and we didn't get here without these incredible organizations and ministries. And we have earlier on stated SWAD and it's AHF, it's Healthcare Foundation. If Mr. Steve is still here, we would like him to give a goodwill soon. And Education as a Vaccine, UNESCO, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, the Universal Basic Education Board, the Secondary School Education Board. We have the Action Health Incorporated, SGS. And also we have the Family Planning 2030, the UNFPA, Leap Africa, Nigerian Youth Future Fund, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Global Girl Project, Core Group, Knowledge Success, USAID, UNICEF, Afrian, Innocent Chukwemeka Chukwuma Empowerment Foundation, the Tony Elumelu Foundation, Shades of Us Africa, Jones Ambassador of France to Nigeria, Gender Mobile, United States Mission Nigeria, Active Voices, WOW Foundation, Zabi Ripple Health Initiative, AfriPod, Nessie, Project Pink Blue, Yali Network Abuja, INED, Pink Oak, Emmanuel Ikubese Foundation, Girl Voices Initiative, Papel Image, Soroptimist International, Citadel Medical, Talk with Nigeria, Vinabi, SEPATS, Girl Up, Girls Education Access Initiative, and much more. We are grateful to all of you for the incredible last 10 years, and we hope to keep having this partnership as we do much more towards empowering the girl child. Yeah, so is Mercy here now? Or we might just have to proceed.
Do we want to hear from Steve? Mr. Steve, are you able to speak?
That would be amazing. I don't think maybe he's where he's not able to speak at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so up next.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say anyone that can't speak can type into the chat box. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, so Daughters of the Vision, we would like to spotlight our beneficiaries who are here, especially the scholarship beneficiaries present here. I think earlier on I saw Deborah. Is Jane still present? We would like to hear from you all. Either you can unmute and speak, just very briefly in 1 minute, what your experience has been like, or if you would like to type in the chat box, kindly proceed. Who is up? Kokodum is here. Okay, would you like to unmute and speak, Deborah? we'll be talking about how we empower the girls, but I would also like to quickly say that these girls have empowered me. Like, their level of resilience, sometimes when life gets really hard for me, I'll see them like, if these younger girls are doing this and they are not giving up, what is my complaint? What is my excuse? And I keep pushing, and I'm really grateful for these young ladies and their inspiring stories. Deborah, would you like to say something, or you prefer to chat, to drop a message on the chat box? Titi, are you here? Okay, Deborah is here. Hi, Deborah.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Greetings from.
Deborah.
Okay, so I just want to say congratulations to SEGEI, and thank you for
Yeah.
identifying the ones. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the impact. Thank you for helping us identify ourselves, even when it seems like the whole world was against us. Thank you. I'm most
Oh,
grateful and
thank
so
you.
happy, and I can't wait to hear my story by August. Thank you very much. God bless you,
Oh
ma.
my, thank you, thank you. So just in just a few seconds, what would you say schooling has been like? You know, going back to school, to the higher institution, what has it been like for you?
Okay, so that mission seems almost impossible. I almost gave up because from all odds, it seemed like there was just no hope. But with Segai, I I just feel like I had everything planned out from the onset, because just when I know that maybe there are challenges coming up, boom, I just get support, and not just financial support. I get mentored, I get counseled. I have people at my beck and call anytime, more opportunities being linked. I'm just so grateful. Everything seems so perfect. Like I already planned it. I just saw that okay, something like this was going to happen, and I just sat and wait for it to just manifest. Whereas it's just by the grace of God and for bringing Segai to my way. So I'm most grateful. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Deborah. We're incredibly proud of you, and we are rooting for you and looking forward to your stories of impact in the life of other girls you'll be. You know, I mean, you are getting set to meet. You were, when we met you the first time in Strong Enough Girls, you was doing the Girls Advocate for Gender Equality project. And you yourself, as a girl advocate, the training equipped you to speak up and defend other girls. So what has that journey been like for you? Aside being the beneficiary of the scholarship program.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get your question clearly.
Yes, after being equipped as a girl advocate, what has that journey been like for you? How are you able to advocate for the rights of other girls?
Okay, so from where I was raised, it seems like girls were voiceless. You were not permitted to speak, even when it has to do with your rights. But after the gig project, we're told that even girls' rights are also human rights, and we have every right to air out whenever we are not okay or convenient with what is happening around us. And from AIDS Healthcare Foundation, I've been able to contribute my own one quarter to the Community Girls Act here in Benue State, where we go to Ministry of Women Affairs, so many ministries to advocate for the rights of a girl child living in our community, especially to see that everyone has equal access to education, and not just education, but all human rights, and to see that everyone has has developed his
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. I don't know if this is my network, but I can't hear you anymore. Do we have any message? Thank you, Deborah, for the incredible work you're doing and for sharing about your strides in supporting other girls. Thank you. Do we have any message in the chat box? Any other girl drop any message?
Not yet, but
Okay. So,
we'll read them out as they come.
yes. Okay.
I
So
think I
we'll be
saw
proceeding now,
Mercy.
right?
I thought Mercy wanted to say something. I saw a hand up, but we also have Mercy Vincent. We have Rukaya online. I see Titi
Please,
as well.
mute.
But I,
Can you unmute and share very briefly in just 1 minute? Unmute yourself and share, please.
Titi, go ahead.
Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Miss Aite Titilayo, and I'm a beneficiary of SEGEI. And I want to say a big congratulations on the 10-year anniversary celebration. SEGEI is not just an organization, it's also a family, like their support system. I'm being grateful to God that I'm part of SEGEI. And I want to say thank you to Miss O, Miss Linda, and other members. So
Thank you, Titi. Thank you. Rukaya, are you ready?
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're viewing from. My name is Vincent Messi. I'm supposed to be co-host of this program, but unfortunately, my network has been very terrible. But then coming to this agenda, it's something that I am a beneficiary of, and I said it's not going to be nice if I don't share my voice. So a very big congratulations to Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative program. I am more than delightful to be part of this program, and I'm grateful for everything that SEGEI has done for me. I became a beneficiary of this program in 2023 when I was in my 300 level in university. And believe me, that was one of the most hardest parts of my school years. And I'm really grateful for SEGEI because it didn't just lift the burden of the financial burden. It gave me hope. It gave me family. It gave me a place where I can always run back to when I find anything difficult. When I say anything, from academic stress, mental stress, it was and will always be something I'm grateful for. And a big shout out to Ma Tosin because she was my coach. Should I say coach? I don't know the right word for it, but she was there. She was being a support system because she was always there to counsel me, mentor me when I have issue. And really, SEGEI has really impacted greatly in my life, and I'm more than grateful. A big shout out to the team and congratulations once again on our 10 years anniversary. Thank you. I am really grateful. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much for sharing heartfelt wishes and those beautiful words. Thank you. Rukaya, would you like to go up next or wish?
Good day, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Rukaya Ogunleye. I was a beneficiary of the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative scholarship program opportunity back in 2018. And it was one of the most challenging times of my life. We were going through a lot at home. There was no hope. I was scared, I was worried. I've been at home for a couple of years and finally I got admission and I didn't know how I was going to make all the payments, everything that was required, that was necessary for me to get into the university. And I'm really grateful for the assistance rendered to me by SEGEI. And like I said, and I'll always say, there is no way that I will tell my story and I will not mention the impact that SEGEI had in my life, I've had so far in my life. And after my payment was made, like my school fee was paid every year. And I got admission into, through direct entry. So 200 level, 300 level, 400 level. So I paid my school fees. And then when at 200 level, my lecturer advised that it is important and necessary for us to, attend the conference, the association's conference. That was Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists annual and international conference and exhibition. So I didn't really know much about it before. So I sent a mail to SEGEI. I told them of that conference and how much I would love to attend because there was no way I could, attend or make payments to attend. And SEGEI came through for me. I didn't even know it was going to happen. I thought it was just my school fees and all. And they made the payment and I was able to attend the conference. And they catered for everything, transportation, because everything was all part of the payment, transportation and and my conference fee attendance. And I went for the conference, and honestly speaking, I made a lot of connection that year. I even wrote a report on it, and I sent it back to SEGEI.
Okay.
It was amazing. I met a lot of people. I networked with a lot of industry professionals and experts, and I've kept in touch with most of them till this very day. And SEGEI
Thank
made that payment for like 2
Rukaya,
consecutive years, and I was able to attend.
Rukaya, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, so we would like to hear more about this, but I will be grateful if you can put it in a written form and drop in the comment section, just so that we can move on with the schedule and we don't allow our guests to leave.
All right.
We are slightly
Yeah.
behind time now. We look
I'll
forward
say
to
thank
reading
you
the
very
comment.
much. I'll say thank you very
Thank you.
much SEGEI, for how far I have come, for all of the support. Thank you very much, SEGEI. Congratulations and happy 10 years anniversary.
Thank you so much, Rukaya. Thank you. All right. Up next, we'll be going into our spotlighting our EMB Evolve Mentorship panel session, and we'll be looking at some of our speakers here. Our alumni, AMP alumni, we have Aderonke Olisa, Oluwatosin Omiyale, Chidima Kalu, and we'll be looking at where they are now after the Evolve Mentorship session and how it has impacted them. And before we into that, just a little back the mentorship is all about. It's a leadership program of Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative that connects women aged 18 to 35 years to outstanding female professionals for free. I mean, you don't get to pay them to talk to these professionals. SEGEI makes that connection for you, and I'm really grateful to have been the beneficiary myself. They provide you real world leadership and career inspiration, advice, and guidance to support them on your life journey. Evolve provides a safe virtual and in-person environment that allows recent university graduates and young women professionals to be open and proactive about the challenges and successes they face in their personal, academic, and professional lives. EMP is a grantee of the Tony Elumeli Foundation Entrepreneurship Award and has mentored over 80 young women since inception in 2019. And I'm sure if you follow our social media pages, very soon a new cohort will be announced again at a very subsidized fee. You get to have, I would like to call it a lifelong relationship with these mentors once you get on board this ship. Okay, so at this point, we'll be calling on our 3 panelists. Right now, due to time, I will not be able to extensively cover the Aderonke Olisa is a public health professional, a project manager, and gender equity advocate, a decade of experience in adolescent health and youth sexual health. She has mentored over 30 young women through my mentorship program, Inspire Her Africa, to grow in confidence, career, leadership, education, and purpose. Then we have Oluwatoyin Omiyale. She is the education program coordinator of the Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative, where she designs, implements, and support programs that expand access to education, leadership development, and sexual and reproductive health and rights for girls and young women in underserved communities. Then thirdly, we have Chidima Kalu. She is a 2022-2023 Chevening Scholar who earned an LLM in International Development Law and Human Rights from the University of Warwick. She advocates for the economic empowerment and education of women and girls with over 7 years of experience on leading and supporting initiatives focused on advancing opportunities for women and girls. So ladies, in just 3 minutes, we'd like to hear from you, please. Where are you now? If you can unmute, Chidima, can you go first?
Thank you so much, Queen. So the audio output has an echo. I don't know if it's on my end. Can you hear me clearly?
There's a noise at your end. Is there a radio? Okay, yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
You can go ahead now.
Okay, so thank you so much, Queen. Thank you, Oyinye, for the opportunity to be here. I joined the Development Mentorship Program in 2020.
Chidima, are you logged in with 2 different devices? Okay, it seems we've lost her.
Oh, I was logged in with 2 different devices. Sorry about that.
Okay, yes. Go,
Yes.
much better, much better. Thank you.
On this one, let me quickly put up my background, but let me just be speaking. So I joined the Evolve Mentorship Program in 2020. That was just right after my service year. I'm going to try to keep to time because I can't talk about SEGEI in 3 minutes, but I'll try. It was just after my service year, fresh out of service, knowing that you have so much potential to lead, knowing that you have a plan for your life, but you just need somewhere to guide or someone to guide. And that was how I came to be part of the Evolve Mentorship Program. And just like Queen said, you have a lifelong opportunity or a lifelong relationship with your mentors. And I smiled when Queen said that because I still speak to my mentor till date. And she has really guided me from 2020 till now. In 2020, after the Evolve Mentorship Program, I remember in 2021, I applied for a Global Leadership Challenge by the University of Oxford. And she reviewed my essays and I got selected for that. In 2022, I also had a mentor from the Evolve Mentorship Program who helped me reviewing my essay, and I also got access to the Chevening Scholarship. So this is just a bit of how SEGEI and the Evolve Mentorship Program was able to propel me to contributing to my growth, to helping me to, shape my confidence as a leader. And from then till now, I've led projects in women and girls education. When I was in Warwick studying for my LLM through the Chevening Scholarship, I also led a fundraising activity that was able to generate some funds to support the digital education of girls. And recently, just a few weeks ago, I attended the CSW 70 in New York. So this is not just to speak about my achievements, but it's just to connect to what one of the speakers said. I think the speaker for Global Girl Project, she said, every girl can lead. Now, maybe if I wasn't part of the Evolve Mentorship Program, I may not have seen the potential that I had to lead. There were so many programs that we had. We had teachings on setting your goals. And as a leader, you need to set your goals because if you don't set your goals, it may not be achieved so much. We had sessions on confidence building that really was able to build my confidence. We had different sessions in 2020. So SEGEI is one organization that I can't talk about my growth without talking about SEGEI. So this is a shout out to Oyinye and the whole team that has been part of SEGEI, empowering women and girls, making sure that women are able to maximize their potential to lead. And I'm at the phase of my life now where I'm rebuilding my career because I'm just a few months postpartum. So I'm rebuilding my career now and just trying to get back into my career, get back into what I'm doing. And so it's been a beautiful opportunity being part of SEGEI. Now I'm now a mentor. I mentor other women. I tell other women, look, you can do this. Dream big. Whatever you want to achieve, as long as you put in the work, you can do it. So it's really, really a good opportunity. Thank you to Onye and to the team for giving me the opportunity to speak about how being part of SEGEI has been able to improve me, build my skills, both in public speaking. 5 years ago, I'm sure if Queen had called me to come and speak, I'm going to say, no, I won't be able to speak, but I'm speaking now because that program really, really builds my confidence. So 3 minutes is up. There's so much to say, but thank you. Happy 10-year anniversary to SEGEI. It's been a wonderful opportunity being on this journey with SEGEI, connecting me to mentors that I still speak to till today. So it's really nice to have a strong community of women supporting you and cheering you on. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you, Chidima, for sharing. That was quite rich. And I mean, you went from being a mentee to now being a mentor yourself. That's just the power of transformation. And I'm grateful always. We all remain grateful for the EMP platform. And I'm really hopeful that if you are listening or watching this right now, you are encouraged to apply for the next cohort so that you can meet amazing mentee turned mentor like Chidima Kalu herself, right? And get to hear more of her story and connect with other amazing young women and networks in that platform. So next on our list, we'll be calling on Aderonke Olisa. You have the mic next.
Linda, maybe we can move it to Tosin. I don't think Aderonke is on.
Okay. So Tosin, you have the mic.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Tosin, we can hear you. Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Yeah, I'm an alumni of EMP, the Evolve Mentorship Program, and honestly, it's what it is, Evolve. And I got introduced to the mentorship program through a friend in 2023. Yeah, so I just wanted something more. I wanted to increase the level at which I deliver value. I knew that there is something more, but then um, I can't uncover it myself. So Evolve Mentorship it's served as a tool that helped me get to where I am currently. And just like Chidima mentioned earlier, so we learned a lot from goal setting to reading books to networking to meeting with other participants of the program, and also being connected to mentor, of course, and it was just a great time. And one thing that struck me during the program is the level. It's not just a mentorship program; it's a safe space where every participant can open up, dream, and without any fear of judgment. And yeah, so sorry. So yeah, before then, Chidima mentioned something that maybe 5 years ago, if you had asked her to come and speak, maybe she would have declined or something. Yeah, I used to be that kind of person too, confidence and all that. I wasn't just sure, even as much as I actually wanted to deliver high value. I wasn't just so sure. I needed my confidence to be, heightened, and I got that through EMP. And one of my greatest joy is that I didn't just stop as a mentee, and now I'm being able to also mentor others, give back to other young girls. And currently, I've been able to work with over 100 young girls in underserved communities, through leadership, education, empowerment, and all that. So not just that, after EMP, I was able to complete my master's program in public health. specialize in health promotion and prevention, and lots more. So I'm excited about where I am now, from being a young woman who was unsure of how to deliver value, to someone who is now helping hundreds of girls in other in underserved communities to be who they are, to harness their potential. So I'm so excited about the opportunity to have been part of the mentorship program and the involvement so far. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tosin. Yeah, it's really important, like you've shared, to empower others after you have been empowered yourself. That way you get to replicate this confidence and these other skills you've developed into these other girls. And one thing about girls, they might not know, but the day they know, they will hold on to that knowledge and nothing takes it from them again. And I'm really excited about your journey, and we look forward to keeping in touch with you and seeing you do great things out there. Well done. Next on our list, the third person, our third speaker is Aderonke Olisa. Please, you have the mic now.
Okay, it looks like she has dropped off again. The network in Nigeria is really doing its thing today. So, Linda, maybe we'll move on to the next session.
All right, so the next session is our official book launch. Mrs. So, are you ready?
Oh, hold on, Linda.
Yes.
Before the book launch,
yes.
I want to speak about the next 100 campaign so that it will launch us into the book launch itself.
Okay,
can
please.
you please project the slide?
All right, yes, give me a second. Okay, hold on.
Thank you. This is always our media. She's the whole media team, in fact. Thank you so much, You'll be paid in gratitude.
All right. Hold on a second. Okay, go ahead, Queen.
Okay. I really apologize that I can't turn on my camera because I don't want to take the risk of it booting me out at this particular time. And I hope I've shown my face like severally so you can put a face to the name. My name is Queen Aguero. I am the executive director of Strong Enough Girls Empowerment Initiative, which is really an unreal thing to say. Everybody has said so many good things about SEGEI. And the truth is that we can hear it in all the stories, from the SEGEI scholarship program that has paid like fees for girls like Titi, Messi, Jane, our spoken word artist, and so many more girls, to the Evolve Mentorship Program. SEGEI has really done amazing work. But we know that there's still much to be done. Mrs. O said a statistics earlier that we have about 10 point something million girls, million children out of school. But out of that number, 60% of them are girls. And so we know that we only just scratched the surface. And so last year in November, during Giving Tuesday, we launched the Next 100 campaign. And I would be the first to admit that this is bold, because we know that organizations, nonprofits have been going through, funding constraints and challenges. But we're hopeful. We're hopeful because of donors like you. We're hopeful because of communities that have held us down for the past 10 years. This is why we're also hopeful that we can achieve our target with this 100 campaign. And let me just say that up until now, SEGEI has been able to provide scholarships to over 50 girls. This is through secondary school, and some of them even to the university level. We've had like several of them that have graduated from the university, and even some of them that have even paid for themselves from secondary school like into the university. So we are launching this campaign to send 100 girls to school in 2026. It's really bold, but we are hopeful that we can achieve this. So far, we have raised $2,697 and 350,500 naira, and our target is $10,000. With the next 100 campaign, we have broken it down to how much it would cost for each girl to go to school. So it's $50 for 1 full year of secondary school fees for a girl. $100 to supply all her school needs. We're talking school books, we're talking school uniform for a full year, and then $250 to complete a full academic year. Includes fees, supplies, support, everything that she needs. And if you're able to give us $500 or more, we would recognize you as a SEGEI at 10 anniversary partner. And you would, in fact, anybody that even gives us little as, $50 is a partner to us. So you become part of this milestone, and your name will be tied to this next decade of incredible achievement. So we'll drop the link in our chat as Mrs. O gives us her surprise. And I hope that you can join us to achieve this great milestone. Thank you. Over to you, Mrs. O.
All right. A round of applause for Queen. As she says, even to her, it's almost surreal that she's executive director, but she's been doing a great job. So let's just encourage her. And I think at this point, we actually need some celebration music. So before I discuss more about, I guess, my surprise, which I think they've kind of given away, but before I talk about it, we're gonna have like a 2-minute intermission where I will play celebration music, and I need us to get up and move our bodies because we've been sitting down now for like 2 hours. So we're gonna play this music. I'm going to project my surprise, but I'm coming back to talk about the surprise. So just hang on, but I'm gonna play some music so we can get our body moving. Okay, just 1 second. I hope everyone is feeling. Please type in the chat box how you're feeling right now while I project my screen. Get ready to move. Get ready to move. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the song. I can't see anybody. I'm only seeing myself. I can't see anybody. I'm just seeing my face. Nobody's dancing with me. It's not nice to make me have a party by myself.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration.
All right. I hope you guys could hear the song because I was feeling the music. I didn't see anybody else moving with me. Did you guys all hear the song? Okay, I'm seeing some emojis. Okay, great. So it is my honor and my pleasure to, what's the word, announce or to showcase the next, well, I guess it's not the next really. This is a project that has been very dear to my heart. Just when I think about how do we commemorate 10 years. So we have a book coming out. Just get really excited. I was hoping it would be ready by today, but we're taking our time. We're being very intentional about the content, how it looks, making sure that everybody will be able to get access to it. So we have the Strong Enough book coming out, and it's going to chronicle a decade of building girls, communities, and futures. So this is a visually rich and personal reflection on a decade of impact. It blends storytelling as well as data and lived experiences to showcase SEGEI's work across communities. This book is designed as a keepsake. When I thought about it and working with the designer, I said, I want something that people can have on their coffee table while you're watching Netflix. You just want to scroll through it. It would look like a magazine as well. Something that you can just glance through to be inspired about what is possible when somebody dares to dream, or when somebody just decides to take action, even as small as it might look at that moment. So this is a keepsake that honors the journey so far while boldly pointing to what is possible when girls are supported to lead, learn, and thrive. I'm really excited for you to get your hands on this book. And everyone who partners with us will actually get a copy of this book. I'm going to talk more about partnership and what that looks like in my next, very soon. So yes, yay, we have this book and it will be ready in the next couple of weeks. So once we get your contact information, we'll make sure it gets delivered to you. Okay, so how can you be a partner? We've talked a lot about what SEGEI has done over the past decade. And really, it's not about asking you guys for contributions. I sometimes feel bad, like, oh, I'm always asking somebody, give me money, give me money, give me money. But I hope at least today you've seen what the money is being used for. But as we look towards our next decade, we are dreaming bigger. And like we said, we're building a system. We want a system where every girl knows that she's worthy and where the systems are built to show and reflect that girls are worthy. So we're inviting partners to our next phase. And you can be a partner with as little as $30, which translates to 40,000 Naira. So what we're saying is that this is a limited time edition, by the way. Of course, we take donations year round, but this is our special anniversary edition just for you. So anybody that becomes a partner between today and the end of April, I know some people have already contributed and we will be taking that into account as well. So between now till the end of April, did I say June? Okay, no, I mean April. April 30th is the deadline. So anyone that contributes $30 or more gets access to SEGEI swag, or we call it SEGEI merch. This is a limited edition. We want to see how popular this gets, and then we might have more later on in the year, but I can only guarantee you for this one, by April 30th, if you make a partnership commitment, by April 30th, we will get a t-shirt or a tote bag into your hands. And you get to decide which one you want. We have two designs for the tote bag, and you can see our beautiful t-shirts with Ankara prints. I love just embodying who I am, and SEGEI is a blend of Africa, and we wanna make Africa known to the world. So I always love ensuring that there's a touch of Africa and Nigeria also in our identity. So as you can see, these are beautifully and intentionally designed swag for you to have on. And the hope is when you wear the shirt or when you carry the tote, you feel like you're actually part of something greater than yourself. It's not just about giving money to send a girl to school, but you realize, like the stories we've shared today of Titi, of Queen, of Tosin, of Chidima, that when you make of Mercy, that when you make an investment, you get to transform a person's life. So yes, and we are all strong enough. Girls are strong enough to rise, to lead, and to become all that God has created them to be. Okay? So yes, so there you have it. That's my surprise, and that's our special offer through the end of April. We're going to share the link to contribute, and feel free to send us your email address in the chat box if we don't have it. But we're actually going to ask you to go online and use the QR code to be able to access these items. Okay, thank you all. Over to you, Queen or Mercy. I'm going to try to pull up the QR codes.
Well, thank you for that surprise, Mrs. O. And I hope we're all excited because, like she said, this is a limited time offer. And we really want you all to be our partners in this next decade. And so we will be sharing the link to access the site soon so that you can just go ahead and become a part of this. Okay, the QR code is right here on our screen, so if you can just do that. Or if not, I would also share the link with you in the chat. So right now, I really want to give one of our EMP, anyone can you hear? Our EMP alumni.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm here.
Yeah, a time to do her thing. I don't know if it's from my end, but it's breaking up. Your network is breaking up. Can you hear me?
Yes, Queen, we can hear you. It's Aderonke we can't hear.
Oh, okay. I think it's a Nigerian thing at this point. So if Aderonke is unable to speak, we'll quickly move over to our next panel session.
Me?
I can. Aderonke, can you hear me?
Oh,
okay, yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead. You want to quickly go ahead? Okay. So on to our next panel session. Right now we want to hear from community members. And the question is, what does equality feel like to you? One of SEGEI's main mission is to ensure that girls have access to opportunities, just like boys or men to thrive. And so gender equality is something that we are really passionate about over here. And so we want to hear from community members what equality feels like to them. And we're going to be hearing from two speakers who are currently here. There's Peace Umana. Peace is a youth advocate, and she works in promoting young people's sexual and reproductive health and rights through her work as communications director in IYFP. This was an indigenous champion, a podcast launched by SEGEI in 2022. And we're really proud of the work that Peace has done. So I would hand over to Peace now to tell us what equality feels like to her. Over to you, Peace.
Thank you so much, Queen. Hi, everyone. Good evening from here over at Nigeria. Good morning to those of you in the US. Congratulations to SEGEI. Congratulations, Ms. Ede, for your 10th year anniversary. And I can't wait for us to celebrate 25, 50, and many more years. So, first of all, I also like to say a big thank you for having me here. Just like Queen said, I was once a speaker during the podcast session that the Indigenous Project had. So since then, I've been in contact with SEGEI, and I can say that Miss Ede is someone who pushes people to their full capacity. Like, as much as she's invested in someone, she's a kind of person that believes that you can do it. Miss Ede would literally just say, "Oh, please, why don't you just speak on this?" And you're wondering, like, I didn't prepare, but she's like, "Go for it, because I know you can do it." And that's the kind of person she is. And she's always there to push and to motivate everyone around her. So to answer that question, what equality means for me, as much as we know that equality is the opportunities that equal towards everyone. But for me, I would say equality means investing in young girls and young women. When we invest in young girls, young women, you're not just investing in one person, you're investing in about three people. The present young person that she is, the woman she would become tomorrow if she eventually has a family, and the leader that she would also become in society. So you're literally investing into her as a single person, her family, and then your community. And the ROIs, the return of investment, is going to be so great. So equality means providing equal access to women, to young women, investing in them. We should go from just speaking to action. And I can see that clearly from what we have heard from Segai, putting girls in school, ensuring that girls get access to education. So either through education, through empowerment, through businesses, startups, it's just ensuring that women and girls are put in the front. One thing for me, what I try to do now, just the way I was given an opportunity, in my own little way, I have started giving other young people opportunities. So every year, I ensure that one person close to me, even if not close to me exactly, but someone that would need that help, I extend a hand from my own personal pocket. I ensure that I take a girl to school, I pay her fees, or I start up a business for her. So that is my own way of giving back to the community. So it's not just about like implementing. What about those around us? So to me, I believe that equality is giving women, girls equal access, equal opportunity. It is not a gender war. It is just pushing back on patriarchal systems that do not give women a choice. So thank you so much, Queen, and I really wish you guys all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for walking the talk, like not just speaking about equality, but also doing your part. And thank you for that beautiful reflection. So now I would want another of our community member to also share her opinion, and her name is Titi Layo. Titi Layo is a SEGEI scholarship recipient and now a 200 level student of banking and finance at the University, Federal University, Lokoja. Titi Layo, are you there? You can unmute and let's hear from you.
Good evening,
Okay,
everyone.
go ahead. Good evening, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Miss Tilayo, and I'm a proud beneficiary of SEGEI. And I want to talk about equality. What does equality feels like, or what does equality means? When I think about equality, I don't just think about policy or big ideas. To me, equality feels like being seen or being given a chance to feel to girls a fair chance, actually, like when the right of a girl is being given fairly to them. And there was a time, I want to give my story too. There was a time in my life when opportunity felt limited. Um, because I don't, it's not because I don't have dreams, but it was because there was no chance, there was no clear chance or accessibility abilities for me to use.
Okay, I think we lost City Lion there. Can everyone hear me? Please just give me a reaction.
Yes, we
So I
can.
know. Oh, okay, thank you. I think we lost City Lion, but I think, or I believe some of what she said is giving girls access to opportunity, um, to achieve their dreams. And I believe that's one of the things that Titilayo is presently doing, and we can't wait to celebrate her at the end of the program. So now I would pass it back to Linda to take us through the rest of the program. Over to you, Linda.
Okay. So our next I'm having difficulty accessing network. Queen, can you help out?
Yes, we have the pledge of commitment. Mrs. Optis, can you project the screen, the memory wall towards the end for us, please? Thank you.
Yes, I've seen it now.
All right.
Hold on. You said the memory wall towards the end?
Yes, thank you.
I don't think I have the document you're referring to. But let me see. Okay, okay, I'm coming. Let me just get that document. Actually, here, let me project it from here. This one, Queen?
Hello.
Yes. Thank you. All right, Esther, Linda.
I thought someone was trying to speak. All right.
Yeah, I
So,
was. These are the
Oh,
weekend.
okay.
I was.
Ronke is back.
My network is kind of stable. So
yeah.
I just wanted to address everyone. Thank you.
Aderonke, maybe you can, if you don't mind, typing it into the chat box. It seems network is really acting up, but we would definitely love to hear what you have to say.
Okay. So we'll be taking our pledge. This is the pledge of commitment, and we call it the SEGEI promise. It is for all attendants who's present right now, and we're all invited to switch on your cameras, please, except if you are not decent. But if you can, we appreciate if you can switch on your camera and read this pledge in unity, because these words are important. Can you all see your screen? Somebody said my network is breaking. If your network allows you, kindly put on your video and unmute so we can all read out this pledge together. This is a very important segment in this celebration. All right, so if you've done that, let's proceed. So this is to 10 years of memories and one unstoppable mission. And our pledge is, can we go? I believe
I believe every
Every
girl
girl
deserves the right to learn, to be healthy,
and
to be free.
I
I pledge to
to
stand for her education,
champion
champion her well-being,
and
and refuse to accept a world where her gender limits her potential.
She
She
is
is
strong
strong
enough,
enough, and so am I.
I. This
Let's take that
girl is on
line.
fire.
She's strong enough, and so am I.
And so am I.
Oh, wait. You still want it?
I think she wanted to take the part again.
Okay,
last
hold
line.
on. Okay. I was too excited.
She is strong. I think that's the last sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
She's
Yes.
strong enough, and so am I.
Hi.
That last line again. Can we all say it? She's strong
She's
enough.
strong
Strong enough,
and
and
so
so
am I.
am
Enough,
I.
and so am I.
We'll be keeping this pledge in mind. Our individual work, our role, and everything we do to support the girl child. Earlier at the beginning of this event, I shared how my former ED, Mrs. O, then she was Miss O, and now she became Mrs. O. I saw in practical terms how she empowered me, and I made sure that every girl I meet, every young woman I meet, I replicate what I had learned from her. She never boxed me in a corner. She allowed me to find my creative voice, and at any room she steps in, she speaks. And I learned that from her. It doesn't matter if anybody thinks you're too much. It doesn't even matter. Speak up and take up the space, because I learned that from her. In fact, I didn't know being stifled was a thing. I didn't know being micromanaged was a thing. It was when I left her, I realized it was a thing. But guess what? I will resist it because I wasn't taught that way. I was empowered. And for every girl child, for every woman, when they don't know, it's fine. But the moment they know the right thing, they hold on to that power, that knowledge, and you can't take it away from them. So I'm really excited. And I'm saying for this pledge, just like it says here, she's strong enough. We are to support other girls to be strong, other young women to be strong, and also remember our own strength, It works hand in hand. So we can't lose ourselves, and we'll always have a community to support each other and hold each other accountable and be strong and do great things together. Thank you so much for taking this pledge. Thank you, everyone. So it's time to toast. We still need our video on, and we would like to toast now. If you have a glass of water, please, it works.
Oh, wait, I have to go grab my glass. Oh, or a bottle. Wait, hold on.
Of wine. If you have a bottle of wine, fine. But if you don't, if you have a glass of wine,
bottle of water.
Oh, now no send me my champagne, no.
Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. You know, SEGEI usually does giveaways, and I actually was going to give 10,000 naira to the first person that came online. So maybe Queen, you have to tell us. And then the first person that spoke up, which was Ngozi. So Ngozi will send you 10,000 naira for your champagne.
How much is that in dollars?
Don't worry, we'll do the conversion. Okay.
Okay, so who is taking this toast?
You take the toast. You are MC. You can lead us through.
Okay, so we are making this toast to strong enough girls and women.
Yes.
So let's toast to strong enough girls and women. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Yay.
This was fun. Okay, so we are of our.
Wait, while we are cheers, we have to listen to some music.
She's just a girl and she's
Right,
Hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire, filled with catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Oh, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh,
Thank you for that music. Our favorite Strong Enough Girls, Purple Ball music, actually. All right, so we are officially coming to the end of this incredible celebration. And it doesn't end here, right? The conversation, the learning, the reflections, it continues, and we're grateful. So we'll be inviting this young, strong enough man, Solomon, to come give us our closing remark. Thank you, everyone, for staying till the end.
Thank you, Linda.
Hello, good evening, everyone from Nigeria. Can everyone hear me?
It's shaking a bit, but we
Hello,
can
good
hear
evening,
you. Go ahead.
everyone.
Good
All right.
evening.
Good evening to our partners, distinguished guests, and our girls in the house. So today, we actually celebrate not just 10 years of impact, but 10 years of transformative growth. For our vision, we have ignited countless possibilities, which is a reminder that empowering a girl child is to strengthen a community. So, as we step into the future, we remain committed to raising girls who are not strong enough, but bold enough to lead, to dream, and to change the world. To this end, I want to thank you all, especially our partners, for believing in this mission that we have as an organization. The journey continues, and the best is yet to come. Happy 10th anniversary to each and every one of us, and as well, enjoy the Purple Ball. I'm Solomon Samson. Thank you, and thank you 1,000 times.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you, Solomon.
Thank you, Solomon. Miss, oh, yes.
Oh, nothing from me. Well, just thank you all for stopping by, and please stay for our after party because there's networking. I don't know if Queen was going to say that, but we're so grateful for 10 years. Thank God for keeping us alive for 10 years. And we look forward to the next 10 years with your support. So please, we recorded this on YouTube. I'm sure you would want to reflect on the amazing time we've had for this past almost 3 hours. So feel free to share the link. Yes, and follow us at Strong Enough Girls all over social media. And please tweet and share on Instagram what you learned from today using the hashtag SEGEI at 10. Okay, over to you, Queen. And then I'll get the music back on and I'll bring Callan in for those of you that want to see him.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of messages in the chat, saying Callan should, come on here. But I really want to say thank you to everyone who has stayed up until now. It's not easy to be in a virtual program for I think this is even past 2 hours, 30 minutes. And we're really grateful for your time and your partnership. Solomon and Mrs. O have said it all. Some of us are staying behind for networking. If you have seen someone that really you want to connect with, this is the time for you to do that. Say hello, don't be shy. You are strong enough, and so am I, right? So let's do that in the next, let's say 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we can close out for the day. Mrs. O, please give us some music.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountains And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you.